Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is truly international as we welcome the champion of Italy to the East versus West stage. He is a multiple national #1 in his home nation and overall former champion. Can you please raise it up and put your hands together for Frank Lamparelli? Waits at the table, and he is waiting for the entrance of a US legend. Ladies and gentlemen, look upon this man. For the last 15 years, he has been a force of nature in the super heavyweight division. Former WAL hammer holder, former WAF champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, easy money, Dave Chaffee.
Ladies and gentlemen, super energetic Dave Chaffee. What an absolute phenomenal athlete. Neil Pickup here at the table. Which Dave Chaffee will we see? The top 20 Dave Chaffee or the top 3 or 4 in the entire world at one time? The young man from Erie, Pennsylvania, an absolute force in the sport of iron arms.
Here we go, easy money. Dave Chaffee in the shirt with the red sleeves and blue body. Erie, Pennsylvania, USA. And he faces a towering and dangerous figure in Frank Lamparelli of Italy. Multiple Italian national champion, this guy.
And the flashback of Michael Todd, Frank Lamparelli, an absolute beautiful match where you couldn't have arm wrestled any better, any more mature, any more balanced, unbelievably patient, and rarely could you do that and come out as taking a loss. So it's really interesting position for Frank Lamparelli. He's getting all of this praise, yet the loss was still there. Now the opponent looking over maybe someone with the most power here in the United States of America.
A slimmed down, athletic looking Dave Chaffee, the big, thick palm of Chaffee showing evidence of just how powerful this man is. But Frank Lamparelli is no tomato can. This guy is seriously dangerous and has a huge frame and massive experience. Been arm wrestling for over 20 years at world level. Very experienced internationally and domestically. Whoa, a little early, and quite ominous for Frank there. That initial trace around hit a wall.
No doubt, a lot of leverage there. Height gained by Dave Chaffee. Dave Chaffee, Frank Lamparelli, definitely not the winner of that first start. Let's check and see, when does the hand start to be compromised from the big man? Because that, Neil, the only opportunity that I see for Frank to win this match.
Big drive, no surprises. We go to the strap. Dave Chaffee, far too experienced to hang on to Frank there, just lets him run into space, opens up the hand, and we will go to the strap match. Now, leverage so key for Lamparelli at this stage, because the last thing that he wants to do is allow that inward arcing motion from Dave Chaffee, an ugly style that Dave Chaffee often arm wrestles with. It's brutally effective, just almost drives you to the side, so confident and reliant on the horsepower that he's demonstrated year after year, tournament after tournament, event after event. And it'll be interesting to see how Frank Lamparelli reacts to that. Has he ever faced anything quite like that before? Baptism of fire inside the Sheraton North here in Orlando, Florida, USA, at East vs. West 14, brought to you by 9 Line, the Beard Struggle, Gold Star Coffee, and Grip Arms Sport. Here we go, Trav.
And all we can do is take what we see. The first start, a stone wall. The second start, very much better for Frank. Now we see the first one in the strap. Dave Chaffee could light this room up here with a super dominant sideways performance. And just like that, the beast from Erie, Pennsylvania is in the house. Dave Chaffee looking strong, Neil Pickup.
Look at that on the replay. You might think that there is an enormous amount of technique in arm wrestling. And then there's Dave Chaffee. That is absolutely foul. No technique, no finesse. Like a grizzly bear with a baseball bat. Just blast you to the side, and there is nothing you can do about it. Criminal power.
100% Neil Pickup. I'm telling you right now, I've been in war with Dave Chaffee before. That awkward power, a lot like Richard Lupke's, just an unbelievable amount of power. And honestly, you're trying to set up traps, looking for ways, places that you think that you could lead them. And then when you get an awkwardly strong human being, he's never actually there, and then it becomes super dominating. And we saw that with Frank Lamparelli. The lane that he thought Dave would be at, Dave was much higher, much more in control there. And listen, now we're going to move over to round 2. The buckle now will be on Dave's side. Listen, round 2, ladies and gentlemen, if you have what is considered the bad side of the table, if you lose on the good side, it makes round 2 absolutely crucial in this best of 5.
One thing I would say there is that Frank Lamparelli needs to have no load in this match whatsoever and try to light up the hand and wrist, because one thing was really evident on that first start. You cannot contest horsepower with Dave Chaffee. This is ridiculous. If you brought a rifle, this guy is a battleship. Just crazy power. Chaffee, a little bit of chalk applied. Always concerning when you're arm wrestling him, as it gives him a much better purchase on that hand. And we saw in the first start just how brutally effective that hand, wrist, and awkward side pressure is. I would expect to see the strap again, but you never know. Dave's confidence may have gone up there a little, and he may try to hang on to Frank.
This will be the third start here without the strap on. We saw the first one not look good for Frank, the second one better. Let's see what we're looking here now.
It will go to the strap one more time. Frank not happy there in the way that that match was closed down. A little frustrated, the Italian, and makes his feelings known to Hristo Delajakov. The Bulgarian referee acknowledges that, but
Dave, not usually known for that super fast twitch start, but what I think Frank saw there is Frank had a terrible connection. Dave hit the go, a nice little wrist curl, and Frank needing about an inch towards the losing position for that back pressure and that hammer pressure to really lock in, create a problem, and then an instant slip. to the strap, up 1-0. The American looks to be in complete control, but listen, unless you have a super short memory, we were right here last match with the Bama Bull, looking absolutely awesome here in round 2 after what looked to be an easy first round win. It's never really over, but Dave Chaffee can really take control of this with another dominating side hit.
The strap is applied. Frank Lamparelli focused on the task in hand. He was very aware of this challenge and the magnitude of it as the hand comes down, and now we see Frank's hand wrapped also. So key for Lamparelli. Holds it up for a moment, but could not do so any further. It's a horrible position that Chaffee puts you into there. And the second pin. You know what's great about that, though? You look at Frank Lamparelli, the shot we see there just after the replay, it was just Frank with a massive beaming smile on his face. This guy is never down. The kind of guy who'd smile through brain freeze. Just simply doesn't have a bad day. Smiling all the way to the corner. But he will be very serious behind that smile and will know that he needs to change things up immeasurably, because at the moment he's being run over by a resurgent force of nature from Erie, Pennsylvania. Dave Chaffee looking remarkably powerful here. He's had some ups and downs, Travis, it's fair to say. He's taken some losses of late. But we may be looking at the best of Dave Chaffee here. He's looking exceptionally strong and very calm.
Yeah, no doubt. I think right now the money is on Big Dave Chaffee easy here in round 3. If you're looking for a glimmer of hope there, if you happen to on a visa here from Italy, residing in Orlando, Florida, you are hoping, you saw a little bit of the brakes being put on there at the end with Frank. Just such a dominant control. What we know of Dave Chaffee, once he gets past that 9 o'clock window, it's hard to even try to come in and get any purchase. He's not hooking you, but he's really happy if you want to hook him.
Just an incredible amount of top-end red line strength from easy money Dave Chaffee. That's the man in the red sleeves and blue body. Erie, Pennsylvania is the home of Dave Chaffee, and he's been a real elite level super heavyweight for over a decade. As the hands are wrapped now into the referee's grip. Chaffee wrapped first. Down comes Lamparelli. Whoa, yeah, a little early there. No problem for Dave, remains calm. Just has an awareness that he needs to try to close down that lane for Frank. He's taking him very seriously.
Yeah, he was backstage there, up 2-0. There's the Bama Bull. You get all warmed up, do some push-ups, some burpees, and get ready. And then all of a sudden, you don't arm wrestle for another 25 minutes, because once there's a lane that opens up, it usually remains exploited until the end.
You said it a moment ago, Travis. You need to be able to keep that mental focus from the start to the end. And as expected, we will go to the strap one more time. And the first person to shake his head in acknowledgement of the negative aspect that it throws on to this match, if you're from Italy, is Frank Lamparelli. Does not want to get tied to this guy at all. We're getting a view from underneath the armpit of Dave Chaffee, straight into the beaming face of Frank Lamparelli. Not a hair out of place. And if you meet Frank walking around the hotel, go and introduce yourself, because this is one of the loveliest dudes you will ever meet. Absolutely fantastic, endearing character. Resides in Italy, has been one of their top performers in the sport for many years now. Really good to see him as resurgent as he is of late. Got a win over Matt Mass, was in a memorable encounter with monster Michael Todd, who goes on tonight's card, but right now struggling to get a foothold in this match with easy money, Dave Chaffee of the United States of America. The American leading 2-0. And we're into the strap. Down come the hands. Don't blink. Whoa, little infringement there. Chaffee.
So you're seeing it right now. You're seeing someone up 2-0. Absolutely initiating contact and having infractions. That just goes to show you it's not easy, ladies and gentlemen, to win on the stage at an East versus West event. Ingen Terzi has absolutely created a battleground for the absolute best of the best. What a scary place there. Dave Chaffee understanding that commitment here, knowing he doesn't want to leave anything open, and it's coming open.
Oh, Frank Lamparelli's got a bite in the match, and Lamparelli has woken up the Italian with some purchase. And Dave Chaffee needs to think very carefully about how much he bleeds there as Frank Lamparelli tries to put the brakes on, but down goes the power. And I'll tell you what, get out of jail free card for Frank there, because as Dave transitioned, that was one-way traffic, and it is the win for Easy Monday, Dave Chaffee. To be fair, that was going to go on the pad. Watch this. In comes the transition, and Frank couldn't get A-side early enough, and as Dave went on the drive, he just pushed Frank right off the back of the pad. And it is the win for Dave Chaffee. Easy money gets that one, and he is with Ray Lipinge.
What? I'm here with the winner. Do we have a feed? Most likely we have a feed. Dave Chaffee. Tougher than you expected?
I knew it was going to be a tough match. I want to thank Frank again for accepting this match. He's given up probably 20 pounds or so. Awesome competitor. I'm just happy I could pull out the victory.
He was working on that top row, and eventually he had good success, but now you have one more technique, and it's a press. You transition to a press perfectly.
Yeah, I feel good. After that, the third round, my hand started to blow up, so I couldn't quite pin him. And I did get a little nervous. He stopped me there, but I had the press in the arsenal now, so thank God.
Where is this shape of Dave Chaffee? How ready you are to be back in the top 10 rankings?
I feel pretty good. We're just going to go one by one. Whoever wants to pull me next, come and get it.
Dave Chaffee!